Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we are diving into a powerful new feature in Next.js, which is called server action. So, if you have ever found yourself writing too much boilerplate code just to handle a form submission or you break your database, server action are here to simplify your life. We will learn how they work, where to use them, and why they are a game changer for secure and efficient data handling, all without setting up a separate API route. So whether you are building forms, handling mutations, or just want to level up your Next.js app performance, this video is for you. Let's get started. So our today's video topic is forms with server action. So let's understand what is server action. So server actions in Next.js are the asynchronous function that run on the server in Next.js. They handle form submission and data mutations without needing extra API route. Meaning this line indicates that you don't want to create a separate API route. The thing is that server action performs all these work for you in the Next.js. So when to use server action? So there are some parameters where when you have to use the server action in Next.js. First of all, you performing secure database operation, reduce API boilerplate code, enable progressive form enhancement, and improve app performance. So these are the actions when you use server actions in Next.js. So what are the key benefits for this? So there are a number of key benefits to use server action in Next.js. That is, the server logic is separate, then less content complexity, clearer developer experience, and optimized performance. So there are two methods or how we can implement server action in Next.js. So first of all, to define a server action, you use the React directory called use server. So where to place it? So you have two options. First option is that you can place it inside a async function and mark the function as a server action. As you can see in the screenshot that I have created a async function of this save data which is async function in which the server side logic will be written there. And apart from that, on top of that, you can see I use a server directory which we define that that function is a server action. Okay. Then second format is that where to define a server action is to define a top of the file. All exports from the file that are treated as server actions, then you can use server directory on top of that. So you can also define this type of server using server directory. So you can define two methods by which you can define server action in your Next.js application. So let's move on to the Visual Studio Code and do the and use the server action on the form which we have done with the help of traditional React.js programming. Now we can update that our code with the help of server action in Next.js. So let's move on to the Visual Studio Code. So as you can see that we have reached out to the Visual Studio Code and here we are performing the server action example over here itself. So before this, we have already created a form in the React form and we have implemented with the help of traditional React data mutation. So now we are implementing with the help of server action. So for this, I want to create a new folder in cat that. So like I create a new folder with the name product-db-server so that we can demonstrate it properly. Okay. Now we have created product. So product.js server. Now in this we have created a new file with the name page.tsx over here. Press enter over here. Now create a new function with the name, so like create export default function, and I will take it as 8 add product function name to be add a product. Inside this we have created a new folder for this. Now let's copy the React form page content to here. So we go to the React page content React form inside the page.tsx. So now we just go to the return statement over there. We just copy the whole form, the whole return statement. We just copy it and paste it in the page.tsx of here. Inside this we can remove some things like we can remove on-click function because here on the server action or server component we don't want these functions as they are the client card functions. So they work on the client component, not on the server card. We need to remove that also. So let's remove all these functions from the on-change function from the field itself for the price. Now for the price and for the description. Now we can also remove the loading and we can type add product over here. So we can remove, we don't want to manage script over here. Okay, now we can create. So on this we have created a form. Now let's create a function, or let's create first function for the server action for the form submission. So let's create it. So for this we can create, before let's create a function for it. I am type async function and type react create product. It is a type of function. We can open it, and in order to implement the server action, we need to use the directive on top. So I can write use server over here. Now we can also now this function hold the form data which we are submitted from here. So for the form submission, on click the form when we working with it, so access should be the create form which we have declared above function. Okay. Now after form submission, will the function reach here. Now it received form data which is of type form data. Okay. Now inside this we can destructure term data like title, price and description. So we can write type title is equal to then form data not get, and it could be of title as string. We can copy this and paste it another 3 times, and title we have another for price, and we have description for it. And form data we can also change inside this price. Then we have description over here. Right, string we now these data are destructured properly. Now after that we need to save this data. Already we received in the create product. After when the form submit, the form data will be received by the create product function here. To now create we can add call a function with the name add product from the Prisma DB. And in this we can pass our details like title, bridge, title, price and description as a parameter to save data in the Prisma DB. For the price, we need to change it into the integer type. So for this, we type parts int, and we can wrap the whole price inside this. Now, after the form submission, we need to redirect this to the home page. Our home page is the product DB, as you see in the browser. You go to the browser, here you can see that all the product listing on the product-db route. So we need, after submission, we need to redirect that page, redirect it here in chat. So for this, we need to add the redirect for it. So we can type redirect. We can use the next navigation for it, and we can pass it as product dash d. And we can also type await because it is based on the database of saving the product. So after data submission, after the data has been submitted from the form which you have typed, it will redirect the whole page to the product DB, where all the product listing will be seen, and also the recent product which you added in the also key. Let's move on to the Visual Studio Code to see all this in action. For this here, you can see that we can go to the server. As we have already created the form there only. So here that product DB server will be there. A product title will be. Let me see that how many products were there. Product 2. Okay. So I can type name as product 3. So I can type title product. I can type server product C, and the price could be of $60 and description of server in action. Okay. Now when we click on the add product, it will be redirected to the home page, and your product will be saved in the DB. So let's click on add product. So when we click on add product, so here you can see it will take some time, and your server product will be seen, that your server product $3.560 or server in action will be saved in the database. So here how you see that how the server action will be helpful in adding the data mutations in Next.js. So there are some benefit of it. So let's talk about the benefit. So already I've show you how the server action works in Next.js without creating a separate API in Next.js, separate API in the Next.js application. with the help of only the server action. So there are some key benefits of using the server action in Next.js. So let's focus on that and let's see what are the key benefits of it. First is a simplified code. So you don't need to separate API route or complex client side state management. Everything is clean and perfect. As you can see in the example in this video that we have never created any separate UI or separate API route for adding the product in the product DB. We have just changed the scenario by using the server action in Next.js. Then we have improved security, means sensitive logic or database operation are executed directly on the server, reducing exposure to the client side threat. So while using the server action, we don't never coordinate with the client side. It is just separate from the client side. It is an isolation and it will work only on the server side. That for the better performance, then we have let JavaScript run in the browser. Faster load time can improve core web vitals. Then it is also helpful for the better performance of the application by using the server action in Next.js. Then we have the progressive enhancement. So your forms still work even if JavaScript is disable, making your app more resilient and accessible. So on the whole, you can say that the server action provide a isolation from the client side, and all the things will perform on the server side without affecting the performance. Also, it will helpful in for the better performance of the application. So in today's video, this is all from my side. Now, as you can see that I can wrap up this video on server action in Next.js. We have seen how they simplified your code, boost security and improve performance, all while making your form more accessible with the progressive enhancement. When you are handling form submission or performing secure database operation, server action are a modern, efficient solution you should definitely try out in your Next.js project. Let me know in the comment if you are already using server action or planning to integrate them in your app. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more hands-on React and Next.js tutorials. See you in the next one. Thank you.